Good morning and welcome to a translation electronic lesson, translation from English that is, presented to you by Ahmed. Today's lesson will be about something which might be of benefit to you because as I said, sometimes from time to time we'll talk about the types of translation. And one of the types of translation that I would like to talk about today is modulation. الفيدرسي ده اون فيتاس بحسب كم چونكي مقود بها عندك جارة دوا بحسي جوري ترجمة كم جبركو اللي في زانينا من هوا جوري ترجمة ورنقربون بجا قريقات وهناك جوري ترجمة بزاني. Modulation is the type which I need to discuss today because I have previously taught three types of translation. بعد يكون كم سيجوري ترجمة قدون أفيدرسي ده بحسي modulation كم modulation. Sorry about that. My nose is stuffy, so every now and then you'll hear me sniffing into the microphone, or not really into the microphone, but you'll hear me sniffing, so I do apologize. Modulation. What is modulation? As it says, modulation consists of using a phrase that is different in the source and target languages to convey the same idea. Modulation should be modulation. دي تو عبارة که بکار اینی التارجت لانگویج دا شکلیوی و کلمات توی هر نوعی شکلی و کلمات نف سورس لانگویج دا بله هر دوکا نفسی معنا یا هی هر دوکا نفسی معنا هی داکم صانعیت اللي بخن تا کلمه که نف سورس لانگویج دا دي تو ترجمه که کلمه که دی علاقت بیونیر نف تارجت لانگویج دا علاقات هر بيفانينا ام چه بجنوه ام بينه modulation بله نفسي معناه هبيتن okay بجا you may ask how is this possible how would you write how would you translate how would you use a word that is not related to the word in the source language and yet have the same meaning how would you do that how is this even possible چه بيتو بسيرخ كيت بيجي افتشتا چه چه بيتن چه بيتو چه يكار بينه علاقات كلمة source language و نبيتن وهر نفسي وقتي ده نفسي معناه هي چجا تشتغل سامعقولي نبوه well this is modulation actually and it often happens in the following examples أفتش هني يهي أمت بيجني modulation وتحالة التاني ده يتين I want to use the English sorry about that my nose is really stuffy I'm going to use the English sentences this time but the passages that I'll give you will be in Kurdish. The reason why I chose the English one because they're easier for explanation. To discuss the topic of modulation. Modulation is easier to use English sentences. من رستب إنجليزي بكارينا چکی بسانه‌ای رو شرح کردن ماده modulation لا ولی او passages دباهن آن دب کردی بن آن دیب عربی بن. No problem is black and white. Understand me please. If you translate the sentence, you can translate it word for word and it's not wrong, but the meaning is missed when you translate it. You can translate it to چآریشه ترشو سپینینن هیوی دارم توت مبگهی راسته تو شیوی ترجمه که ویشکلی کو چآریشه ترشو سپینینن هیوی دارم توت مبگهی بله معنا نمایه جبر هندی هم چی کن شنو بيجي چآریشه ترشو سپینینن شو بيجي چآریشه بصانهینینن. If you look at the two expressions here صانهی و رشو سپی they are completely unrelated to each other هكا نكت ساكي كلمة صانهي ونينا هكا ترجمة كإنجليزي بي easy ونينا بس very black and white يا هاي شنو شيكم رشو سبي از دي شيكم easy في حالة ده راستا من الترجمة كده black and white رشو سبي بس مني كده easy مرم جيت شتشتا ساكي كلمة كعلاقاته بكلمة بينه والسورس لانجوج ده بس هر نفسي معناه هبو. Look at the second one. Look at the second sentence. Go ahead with the plan. Say it. I am all ears. If I were to translate the sentence, I translate it to Keremke fermu chipelana bumbija. If I translate I am all ears, word for word translation, then I will say أسخر قهم. But is this correct? Is this meaning wise? Is this correct? Well, word for word it's correct, but meaning is lost. راستا هكذا ما قلتي كلام كبيجا بلانشيا I'm all ears از ترجمة كم أسخر قهم ببره راستا ترجمة حرفية درسته بس بسيارش خارج مصر معناه درسته ولا نخير معناه نه درسته. So in this case دي بيجي قهمن يلته. Okay, I am all ears. It means I am being attentive. I am listening to you. يعني قهمن يلته. Please don't give me sweets. I have a sweet tooth. Look at the sentence. The translation of the sentence is the translation of please don't give me sweets. I have a sweet tooth is Hividarim shiriniyahiya nadayaman. If I were to translate I have a sweet tooth into word for word translation, it would be I guess ترجمة كم حرفي دي بيجم I have a sweet tooth مقصده من دي بيدا من دانك الشريني هاي بل معناه درست عنا نخير معناه نادرست. So what does this mean? What does this sentence mean? I have a sweet tooth. I have a sweet tooth. دي بيجي الجملة خارجة بدأ بخينن. Please don't give me sweets. I have a sweet tooth. In this case, when you translate it, you'd say Hividarim شیرینیانه دائما چنکی از شیرینیات کم درسته؟ از آلوده بویمه بو شیرینیا ادکشن من هاي من بیشن ایتمان هاي بو چتشتی بو شیرینیا Hividarim شیرینیانه دائما چنکی من اكيد بیشن آلوده بون یا هاي شیرینیا. تمام؟ Look at the next one. You hit the nail on the head. Although you can translate it word for word to تخل سري بزماري دا راست معنى يدرسهم. I understand the meaning is correct, but this is word for word translation. But to capture the meaning of this expression is more interested. Sorry, not interested. It's more interesting and it's more important. I'm really losing the train of my thoughts, so I'm not following along carefully. Anyway, so when you translate this via modulation, it should be you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. If I were to use modulation, I guess modulation carbon, I would say sometimes people talk to each other about different things in life, and then something comes up and someone says something and the other person says you hit the nail on the head. It means you're right, exactly, it's as you say. تهندي يكيد تقول إيدي كنت تخلني فكده يعني فعلا وصنه يدرسته. So I think I should not tackle Romeo and Juliet because it's not really important for you, because this is the next step of modulation, and I'm sure it would be too difficult for you to understand the Romeo and Juliet translation that I meant to teach you via modulation, because it's really difficult. And Snow White and Cinderella as well have the same story. It's the same story. So that's why I think I will stop here. What I'll do is I want to give you a passage. I'll give you a passage. In the passages, you'll have a lot of proverbs. This is one of the things which I've forgotten to mention. Modulation is used a lot with proverbs. You have a source language proverb. You will look for a proverb in the target language which has a similar meaning. مش بيك تشبيه modulation باربطل يل أخذت مزانة تبكاريناني أخذنا كمزانة تبيني target source language ده دفيت تشوف كيف ترجمة كي نا ترجمة حرفية modulation ده دفيت تسحكي أخذنا كمزانة target language ده كو نفسي معناه هبيت يا source language ده نمونه تأخذنا كمزانة هاي بقولن تأخذنا كمزانة هاي زمان إنجليزي ده دفيت تسحكي بكي دفيت ترجمة كيف modulation دفيت تسحكي أخذنا كمزانة زماني كردي ده كو نفسي معناه هبيتن زماني إنجليزي ده. Okay, as I said وكيما قلت ده passage كده ما هوا كو أفتش تدابن أخذت مزانة تدابن. What else? Wait a second. Oh no, you don't need paraphrasing, at least for today. With that being said, thank you very much for being attentive. If you were attentive and if you have attended this well, not really attended, but in case you logged in your Moodle accounts to preview this electronic lesson. Thank you very much and have a very beautiful day. Take care.